let us discuss about vernalization. Vernalization, it is nothing but cold treatment or pre-chilling or the cold treatment. The cold treatment is when the plant is exposed to low temperature, then only the flowering is initiated. So here the plants are generally the flowering is initiated or induced by light. In the same way, here the temperature is also low temperature. The low temperature is also showing the influence on the flowering. Here some plants are there like rye, oats, or monocot plants, or wheat. So these are the monocot plants, monocots, or cereal plants. So in these plants, here there are two varieties are there. So one is winter variety and spring variety. So spring varieties and winter varieties. So the spring variety, generally the spring variety, it is germinating in the spring season, and it is developing and showing the growth, and flowering is initiated or flowering occurs in the end of growing season. The growing season or in the starting of autumn season. So generally in the February month, here the spring season. In the spring season, the wheat plants or wheat seeds are germinated, and the wheat seeds are generally after the germination they are showing the growth at the end of growing season. So after 4-5 months it is showing the flowering or it is giving the flowering. So here after certain vegetative growth the flowering is initiated. So normally here after certain period the flowering is initiated in these varieties. But winter varieties, the winter varieties are generally when they are planted in the winter season, they are spending in the low temperature. So when they are spending in the low temperature, are treated with low temperature and showing the growth, and they are also producing the flowers and fruits. So the flowering occurs in the mid of the summer or mid of the spring season or summer. So spring varieties are germinating in the spring season, and winter varieties are germinating in the winter season, or when they are planted in the respective seasons, they are showing the growth and flowering occurs in the normally. But when winter varieties are planted in the summer season or spring season, so these winter varieties, so the winter varieties are, for example here, it is spring season, autumn season, or winter. So the spring season varieties are germinating and giving the flowers here. And in the autumn or winter varieties are when they are germinating here, they are showing the growth and flowering occurs here. So after certain growth, the flowering occurs normally. But when winter varieties, these winter varieties are planted here, or winter variety seeds are here sown in the spring season. So they are not giving the flowers, or after certain growth, they are not producing the flowers. So no flowering occurs. So no fruit formation, no yielding. So here these are spending in the winter season. So the winter varieties require low temperature treatment compulsory. So some plants require low temperature treatment. So when they spend in the low temperature, so then only the flowering is initiated. Spring varieties normally giving the flowers in this year germinated and giving the flowers. Autumn varieties are germinating and giving the flowers here. But when winter varieties are planted in the spring season, they are not giving the flowers or not producing the flowers in the autumn season. So here they are spending in the completely winter season. So here it is winter season. So in the winter season, here October, November, December months, here it is, the plant is, here it is planted. So that is spending and showing the growth, and here only the flowering occurs. The flowering is initiated here. So completely it takes 1 year. So after spending in the winter season only, the varieties are producing the flowers. So why they are not giving the flowers at the end of growing season? Here they require low temperature treatment. So that's why the winter varieties are planted in the winter season only or in the autumn season. So they spend in the low temperature, and here the Vernalin, at the low temperature, here one hormone is produced. Vernalin, it is one hormone. So the Vernalin hormone, it is produced in the low temperature, and here it is inducing the early flowering, or the flowering is initiated. So that's why here in the wheat plants or in the monocot plants, two varieties are there, spring varieties and winter varieties. When winter varieties are planted in the spring season, they are spending in the winter, and again in the summer, mid of the summer, they are giving the flowers. So completely here they are growing and spending in the winter, October, November, December months, and here the flowering is initiated completely. So it takes so much time. That's why the winter varieties are planted in the here autumn season only. So they require low temperature treatment. So this low temperature treatment is called as vernalization. When they undergo the vernalization or low temperature treatment or cold treatment or pre-chilling or chilling treatment, so the Vernalin hormone is produced. It is inducing the flowering or initiating the flowering. And here some other varieties are there. Here biennial plants. Biennials. So the biennials they complete their life cycle within 2 years. So in the first year they are showing the growth, completely vegetative growth. In the second year, here the reproductive growth, flowering, fruiting and seed setting, it is taking place. So they complete their life cycle within the second year only, here within 2 years. So here the biennials, why they are taking 2 years? So in the first year they are undergoing the low temperature treatment. Here 1 year completely showing the growth. So in the winter season they are spending, and they are treated with low temperature. Next in the second year also they are undergoing the low temperature treatment. So then here the hormone is produced and the flowering is initiated. Here these biennials, the biennial plants, for example here radish, carrot, here beetroot, all these are biennial plants. Carrot, radish, beetroot, these are biennial plants. In the second year only we can get the crop, here the yielding, or they are giving the yielding in the second year. So that's why we can convert the biennial plants into annual plants. We need not to wait for, if we convert the biennial plants into annual plants, we need not to wait for the second year. In the first year only they are giving the crop. Here how can we convert? The biennials can be converted into annuals. So the the seeds, here the biennial seeds, biennial plant seeds, when they are treated here before the seed germination, these are treated with at low temperature. At low temperature these are treated. So once they are treated with low temperature, so before the seed germination they are treated with low temperature, and after the germination, here it is germinating into plant, and here it is also spending in the winter season. So after spending in the winter season, here once before the germination, and the second time, here second treatment is during the winter. So after the winter, after the treatment in the winter season, it is producing the flowers. So here, that's why here the plant, this type of biennial plants, here they are producing the flowers within the 1 year only. So generally biennial plants produce the flowers in the second year and giving the crop in the second year only. Here by using the low temperature treatment or pre-chilling treatment, pre-chilling. So at low temperature the seeds are treated with low temperature or pre-chilling. Here the once they are treated. Next, after the seed germination and plant growth, during the growth, one more time they are treated with low temperature in the winter season, and flowering is initiated. So that's why we can get the crop in the first year only, need not to wait for the second year. So by using this vernalization or cold treatment or low temperature treatment, pre-chilling method, mainly pre-chilling method, the seeds are treated with low temperature and we can convert the biennial plants into annual plants. So here the temperature is very important here. At low temperature, here some plants are producing the flowers in the summer season, some plants are producing the after winter season. So some plants require low temperature treatment. So at the low temperature, here one hormone is produced, that hormone is vernalin. It is also inducing the flowering initiation. So it is here the light importance, here light is also showing the influence or effect on the flowering, and temperature also. In some plants the temperature is also important to initiate or to induce the flowering. So it is about vernalization